I think it's terrible, to be honest with you. I mean, it just sort of like...
Manny Pacquiao's unexpected return to boxing has ignited fierce criticism across the sport, with former world champion Ricky Hatton leading the backlash. Hatton didn't mince words, calling the comeback a total disaster for boxing. After being out of the ring for 4 years, Pacquiao's immediate jump into the top 10 rankings and potential shot at a major title has raised eyebrows. Hatton believes it's a blatant sign of disrespect toward fighters who have been grinding non-stop to climb the ranks. In his eyes, this move undermines the hard work and sacrifices made by active...
Manny Pacquiao coming back, not just coming back after years of retirement, straight into the top 10 of the world rankings and fighting for the most prestigious belt, the WBC. You know,
surely that's unfair.
I haven't got an answer.
Unfair,
I mean, it's unfair to the fighters that have been working hard to get ranked.
Contenders who are now being pushed aside to make room for Pacquiao's star power. The integrity of the sport is being questioned, as many fans wonder whether boxing is still a fair playing field or just a spectacle driven by money and fame. Trainer and boxing analyst Stephen Edwards didn't hold back either. He gave a blunt assessment of Pacquiao's current condition, citing his underwhelming performance against Yordenis Ugas in 2021 and a string of unimpressive exhibition appearances since. According to Edwards, Pacquiao's body and
I didn't like how Pacquiao looked against Ugas, and I saw some clips of him in the like an exhibition fight, and I could just tell his body and his twitch wasn't the same. I just don't know how you could be off 4 years. At 46, you already pushing the limits with fighting at welterweight in your prime.
Reflexes have clearly declined, and expecting him to return at age 46 after a long layoff and compete at the welterweight elite level is pushing the limits. While Edwards acknowledges that Pacquiao in his prime would dominate most opponents, he emphasizes that those days are over. He can't see a realistic scenario in which the aging legend can keep up with the sport's top-tier talent. It's not about disrespect, Edwards says. It's a harsh but necessary reality check. Meanwhile, Simon Jordan blasted the World Boxing Council, WBC.
Obviously, in their primes, I would favor Pacquiao big, or even close to his prime, but it's not in his prime. That's just, I don't know. I just don't know how to, like, you know how, like, sometimes you think about a fight and be like, I could just see this or I could see that. Like, you can just see different scenarios. I don't know how a man 46 that's off 4 years and got washed in his last fight
for what he calls a disgraceful and appalling decision to rank Pacquiao so highly. Jordan accused the organization of favoring financial gain and publicity over the integrity of the sport. While recognizing Pacquiao's legendary status, Jordan questioned the motivation behind the WBC's move, suggesting it's more about sanctioning fees and global buzz than fairness. He pointed out that the real victims are the fighters who have dedicated years to earning their rankings, now left sidelined by what many see as blatant favoritism. This controversial comeback has sent shockwaves through the boxing world, dividing fans and professionals alike. While Pacquiao's return...
I think it's a disgraceful decision. I think it's an appalling decision. I mean, the WBC make lots of appalling decisions, and I'm not a big fan of them. But the fact of the matter is Pacquiao is a legend of the sport. I don't know why they'd want to do it, whether it's the fees that they get as a result of it, or whether it's the publicity.
Turn might generate excitement. It also brings chaos and uncertainty. For many, it's a painful reminder that even in a sport built on discipline and merit, politics and star power still reign supreme. Amir Khan believes a fight between him and Manny Pacquiao would be a massive global event, driven by Pacquiao's enormous fan base in the Philippines and around the world. Khan also points out that he has a strong following of his own, which would only add to the buzz. He says the matchup would captivate fans, especially given the allure of comebacks. People love watching legends return to the ring and speculate on how they'll perform after years away. With both fighters inactive for 3 to 4 years, Khan sees them as being on...
A fight like that would definitely sell. I mean, Manny having a massive Philippine fan base, and all around the world really. And then obviously myself, I've got a decent fan base as well. So I think it will definitely sell, and people would like to see, you know, when people make comebacks. I mean, people always like to see them, see how the fight's going to be. And me and Manny are probably in the same position. We'd be both being retired for like 3-4 years. I think it will make a good fight.
Even footing. Despite the long layoff, he insists the bout would still be highly competitive and entertaining. The real question is whether either man can still perform at a high level after such a long absence. But there's no doubt the anticipation would be sky high, making this one of the most talked about potential showdowns in boxing. Meanwhile, promoter Eddie Hearn weighed in on the controversy surrounding Pacquiao's comeback fight against Mario Barrios. The boxing world is split. Some fans are excited, while others are deeply skeptical. Hearn acknowledged Pacquiao's age, now 46, but argued that the former champion still has enough skill.
You know, I guess there's two questions. One is, should he be fighting again? And at the end of the day, if he's good enough to beat everybody outside of the top 20 in the world, then why not? But should he be fighting for the world title? I guess that's another question. In the commercial world of boxing, the answer is yeah, probably. In the ratings world and activity world, the answer is probably
to be dangerous against many top 20 welterweights. Though he's no longer the dominant force of old, Hearn emphasized that timing, experience, and ring intelligence don't fade easily. He warned against writing Pacquiao off, insisting this isn't just a farewell fight, it's a legitimate challenge. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith also added his voice, delivering a passionate tribute to Pacquiao's legendary career. Smith praised his historic achievement of winning titles in 8 different weight classes and highlighted his rare combination of elite talent and sincere humility, qualities that have made Pacquiao an icon both in and out of the ring. To millions around the world, Manny Pacquiao is more than just a boxing icon. He's a symbol of perseverance, humility.
Fighters we've ever seen, never ran from anybody, had completely respected the sport of boxing, was an ultimate champion, and I have to tell you, one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet on the planet Earth. I mean, when people, I want to just say this real quick because I know we got to go because we got one more thing to discuss, Mark.
Yeah.
When people talk about Manny Pacquiao and they say stuff like, well, he's fighting for money. I would like y'all to know that there are people who line up in the streets of the Philippines just to come get some money from him. He's very charitable.
Oh, yeah.
That's why money was compromised, because he's a giver. He's a special dude.
And generosity. Beyond his extraordinary achievements inside the ring, his dedication to philanthropy and helping those in need has elevated him to legendary status. His influence goes far beyond the sport, making him one of the most respected athletes in history. However, Pacquiao's decision to return to professional boxing has sparked intense debate. At 46 and several years removed from his prime, questions are swirling about whether he still has the physical tools to compete at an elite level. The comeback has raised concerns over the risks to his health, legacy, and whether this move could tarnish the heroic narrative he's built over decades. John Jones recently dropped a bombshell when he admitted to intentionally sabotaging himself before fights, getting blackout drunk just a week.
Look at all the diamonds. That's millions of dollars worth of diamonds. I mean, that's bonkers. Yeah, he's like a professional baller.
Like that watch right there is not like, I wouldn't wear it because it's not my thing.
Yeah.
Even if, you know, I wouldn't wear it. It's just not attractive to me.
No, I'm not into bling down.
Back in November,
before stepping into the octagon. He confessed that it was a twisted way to create a built-in excuse, a shield he could hide behind in case he lost. Despite training like a beast, Jones said he needed that safety net to explain away potential failure. The shocking revelation opened the door to wider discussions about mental health, self-doubt, and the psychological battles elite athletes face behind the scenes. In the same conversation, Jones questioned the hype surrounding Floyd Mayweather, especially with Joe Rogan's constant praise of the undefeated champion. While Mayweather has always drawn both admiration and criticism, Manny Pacquiao's recent saga only adds to the chaos. His previous accusations against Mayweather stirred controversy. But now, it's his own return that's creating turmoil.
Starting my pressure to him, but I feel like when I throw my hands, I feel like I cut my hands. You know, I feel like I don't have my right hand. So
got it.
So
you're basically fighting with one arm, one hand,
yes,
right?
So and then I feel no pain because of, I think because of your adrenaline is high. So but I feel like I don't have a arm in my. I feel like it's cut.
Cut off.
Yeah, cut off.
I got it.
In
So
my right
despite that,
did you to the IRS? How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money, there's probably...
Turbulence. Many fans and boxing insiders are torn, some hopeful for one last glimpse of greatness, others worried this could be the slow unraveling of a storied career. At this stage, Pacquiao's return raises more questions than answers. Should he really step back into the ring, or is this the painful erosion of a once unmatched legacy? Adding more fuel to the fire, Floyd Mayweather recently shook the combat sports world by announcing a rematch with John Gotti III. Their first bout ended in chaos, grabbing headlines for all the wrong reasons. The rematch was hyped for Super Bowl weekend in Las Vegas, promising explosive action. But as the NFL's biggest night came and went, so did Mayweather. No fight, no updates, just radio silence. The absence of an explanation only intensified speculation. Now, insiders believe that something even bigger may be in the works. A mega rematch between Mayweather and Pacquiao. The rumors have hijacked the spotlight, leaving fans buzzing about a possible final chapter between the two legends. With Mayweather's undefeated legacy on the line, every move he makes is dissected. Is he quietly plotting a return on his own terms, or is this another smokescreen to stir up hype? Meanwhile, Joe Rogan didn't pull any punches on the JRE podcast when discussing what it really takes to become the best. According to Rogan, greatness at the elite level demands full sacrifice. True balance is a myth. He praised Floyd Mayweather as the perfect example of this obsession with excellence. Rogan highlighted the jaw-dropping statistic that Mayweather was only hit clean 4 or 5 times in his entire career. Beyond the money and fame, it was Floyd's discipline, routine, and laser focus that carved out an unmatched legacy. While others relied on brute strength, Mayweather mastered control. His story, Rogan said, isn't just about talent. It's about sacrifice, obsession, and total commitment to perfection. As the sport braces for its next chapter, the spotlight remains on these aging giants. Whether it's a last hurrah or a cautionary tale, the drama surrounding Pacquiao and Mayweather ensures the boxing world will be watching closely.